coming upon thy people
Exactly.
Israel.
Right.
In Daniel 9:25.
Yeah, that's us. Ma, Maya, she, all those are the Egyptian words. Mashiach, Masa'ah, Mahdi. Those are Egyptian words. It just means in time. You got two messiahs. You got the priestly Messiah, which is the priesthood, and you got the royal Messiah. The royal Messiah is all the people, and the priestly Messiah is the priesthood. Elijah was a priestly Messiah. You understand what I'm saying? But the Messiah who is to come is within all of us. You see what I'm saying? Now there might be a Christ figure, but by no means are you supposed to follow the Christ figure. You're supposed to be a model in what you're supposed to be like the Christ figure. That's like a nigga saying, I got the gas, and y'all pick up the damn cans and let's go burn down the building. You see, and if you're dealing with esoteric with the priest, that Kabbalah is the esoteric. And if you're dealing with it from the Kabbalistic perspective, see, you can't deal with this. See, you have the scriptorial thing of the Zohar, then you have the Torah, which is more what you call exoteric. Then you deal with the Zohar, which is the scripture, but when you deal with the Kabbalah, when you get to the essence of Kabbalah, it's the breakdown of the body. That's why where's the Kabbalah? And that's why in the book, on the first page, they show you the man in the damn tree of life. And if you ain't dealing with it on that, you still grazing the surface. You're dealing with the doggone, it's about you. You the God. And you should have no God that you're supposed to worship. Tell you what I'm talking about. We call upon the entities. The entities will play games with you. They'll lie to you and do all kinds of stuff. You're like, what the hell going on? I know this is wrong. I say, man, the hell with you. I'm going to do what I want to do. They go, yeah, you're right. You're supposed to do that. I say, well, why did you tell me this? They say, we just giving you our opinion. And I was trying to understand why was these deities that I was calling upon, why were they doing this? And what they were trying to tell me, you're supposed to know better. There's two levels on we deal. If you come at us as a worshiper, then you got to follow us. If you come at us as a realization that you want us, then hey, you do what the hell you want to do. And that's the way it is. It's like an adult. You come with your mama like an adult. You understand what I'm saying? You got to bow down. But if you come like a child, you got to bow down. She tell you not to go out on Friday night, you can't go out on Friday night. If you come up in there like a grown person, and you are grown, and you raise yourself, laughing at you. You see what I'm saying? That's the same thing. As above, so below. As within, so without. The same laws apply out here, apply down. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is, despite what people say today in what particular group, they're dealing with it on a mundane level, they don't get it. It's about you. And if you ain't thinking about raising yourself up, you still haven't learned certain things about certain gates of understanding. And the first gates of understanding, you have to follow the deities. And you pray to the deities. Because when you raise yourself up from a dead level to a living perpendicular, the deities become your servants. Why is that? Because you inherited the throne, and so the deities is like the wind and the elements. So if you want to make it rain here, boom, you send the deity out there, using the sun as your flames and the winds as your doggone sword.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And this is the mouth of God coming from your voice, and what you speak into existence, you can make if you know the real powers to make it into reality, and all that kind of thing. So yield to God. There ain't no stuff, all the niggas up there, all the ones that you call, and all the people you praying to. They just like you. They just like a nigga out there on the corner. You see what I'm saying? They're your brothers and sisters. But if you come to them that way, all power is given. You come to them worship, and you gotta wait on them. They say, I might want to sleep another 1,000 years. Boom. Damn y'all. And that's the way it goes. And if you read the Yoruba, you'll see how the deities trip on each other. Right. Why do they think you read the Yoruba, you see they be messing up. They be acting just like niggas. Right. Now why is it so when a Christian read that or some Hebrew, that's some old paganistic messed up stuff. No. That's the essence on why do the European people do that? Show how the damn Avatala and all them fight against each other. Because they're trying to show you the human spirit, to show you that the gods is you. And yield to gods. And they try to show you the element is not this unapproachable type of deity that keeps you in bondage.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? To keep you in bondage. So they try to show you this, so therefore you can become like them because you understand the level of how they function. What's that, brother?
Here's the question I had. I'm going to stay
Yeah.
right with you on this. There was a time when I claimed I am God.
Yeah.
And so forth. But what I came to understand is this. There's like a thin line between spirituality and then just going insane.
Right. Yeah.
I believe inside
Yeah.
I am God.
Right.
But the minute I proclaim it from my lips, it puts you almost in a space where there's almost no humility.
Well, see, that's what it is. Yeah, and that's the key. The key is this. The key is this. That's why I only speak a certain way to certain people. I already look Spirit tell me, if I start hollering the top of this shell explodes, I don't care what happens. If that water hits that down there, it's the ocean. So when they talk about the many gods, the white boy couldn't understand that. When he came in, he thought they was worshiping many gods. And he didn't understand that the Africans and the ancient Egyptians and the ancient Hebrews, and I don't care, let me tell you something.
Come on now.
Name a religion and I'll show you where they got. I'll show you where they got mixed in. The Christians got many gods, they just call them angels to fool your ass. So it used to be the netters. Then they break them up into St. John, St. James, Michael, Samuel, Gabriel, Raphael, Haniel, Bluviel, Lachiel. That's 72 archdemons. Archangels, 72 archangels of 72 archangels of doggone of Enoch. And it's the same 72 archangels of Ptah in Egypt. So what it is, what they call the different ones, what it is another person's religion not having the respect for another person. Because by that time, socialization get into it. And what happens is, back in that particular time, what happened was this here. Let's say that if I'm you in a religion, and I say, no, you need to come over to my side. And you go, well, hell, why do I got to come over to your side? I already got my religion. If mine is the same as yours, what the hell I got to come with you? So the thing about it is, what the other ones, to get the other followers in, they had to condemn the other ones as creatures of Satan and evil. So then, so the Egyptians come evil to the Hebrews. That's a fallout fight between us. And then the Jews, the Hebrews, become evil to the Christians. And then the Islam talk about all this kind of thing, and that's political. So when they say many gods, but I want to ask you a question. Just like Asa Heed asked. Let's say you did worship. Let's say that you did worship many gods. What's wrong with that? The only reason why you think there's something wrong with it because you read something in the damn book with some motherfucking asshole. You ain't got no historical basis.
And you worship the white man anyway.
What's wrong with that? What's that many people? What's wrong with that? If this universe is one under God's name, so that's contradiction. We are all one. Everything in the world, God is everywhere. 99 attributes. So if you did worship one, that means that you worshiping the same God, because you worshiping an apple. If I'm worshiping a damn toe, I got to be worshiping the foot. And I got to be worshiping the ankle. I got to be worshiping the ass.
That's right.
What's wrong with that? The only reason it is because people think about it, we have been conditioned in one scripture. And he who knows one book knows none. And so we just think something wrong with that.
What's your understanding with regard to the aspect of creation and, formation of intelligent life on this planet?
Let me tell you, this is the information of
or you feel it's evolving, or... No.
It ain't evolving. We fell from one level. It went like this. At first there was one creation. Now, I'm going from you Hebrew, right? Well, let's deal with the Kabbalah. Yeah, that's the thing about it. You deal with a nigga can go into your shit. That's the thing about it. That's the thing about it. That's the thing about it. If you Hebrew, if you Arab, you ain't dealing with a nigga though for one thing, because I don't get into one thing. I'm going to go into your shit. God, make it simple. Let's go. Deal with Philip Asberg and dealing with the Zohar. The Zohar tells you that there was one complete light. And in that light, in the essence, first there was darkness. And in the darkness, same as the Egyptians. First there was darkness. And from the darkness, they created one complete light. And that light, there was no void. There was no dualism, was no confusion. But that light became 100 degrees of what it's supposed to be. So the light says, in order to create, I'm going to retract myself. And I'm going to fall. and I'm going to go into darkness. But when I go into darkness, I'm going to create the physical, basically, and I'm going to separate myself, and I'm going to hide myself in all the physical. That's called the hidden Messiah. I'm in the hidden Messiah. In the Dead Sea Scrolls, it's called the hidden God. In the book of Enoch, it's called the hidden God. And from the hidden God, I'm going to hide myself and I'm going to die. And that's when you crawl into the physical. And I'm going to stay dormant like a caterpillar. And then I'm going to have a metamorphosis stage. That's Kephra. That's the dove in Hebrewism. Man, I'm telling you, I done studied it all. Because I claim it all. I'm a Muslim, I'm a Hebrew, and I'm all that. It's just that when you study esoterically, hell, that's damn near 5 creation stories in the Hebrew myth alone.
That's right. That's right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, 400 plus.
You say Hebrew, you say what's called? Have you studied the Enochians?
No.
Have you studied the Kabbalah? There's the Kabbalah, there's the Enochians, there's the Torah. You see what I'm saying? There's other texts. There's the Keys of Solomon. That's them sigils. Man, they got shit in Hebrew, Egyptian, Arabic that's still hid in the British Museum. They ain't let you see yet.
Right.
But yet we say we got all the answers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let me tell you something about that cracker. See, what I did is, I went to them crackers. I bust up in there and I made like I don't know. Crackers tell me everything. Let me tell you something about them crackers. One thing about them crackers, they are not sectarianism. Them malls will come in there, they'll have Egyptian ring on, they'll have Star David, they'll have the star and the crescent. And so the cracker knows that how to keep a motherfucker separated, excuse the expression, is to break it up and have you all arguing over what's that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And what it is this here. If you read the Egyptian creation story, it's the same story. And the reason why it might seem alien, it means you ain't went far back enough. If you go far back enough in both scripts, they identical.
Same thing.
The Egyptian Enoch, the Egyptian Tahuti is the Hebrew Enoch.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Is the Hebrew Enoch. Solomon is Amen Ra. Sol, which means sun. Amen, which means hidden. Ra, which means sun. Amen, which means hidden. Solomon, which means the hidden sun or the black sun. Amen Ra, which means the hidden sun, which means the black sun. Heru. The Egyptian word for Heru later becomes the word Jehu. Both is that's the Coptic. Coptic. Okay then. Get your Bible out and let's see where they say who's gonna inherit Israel. Oh yeah. Let's see about this here. We can go all day. One thing about it is this here. I ain't no sectarianism.
That's right, you got it all.
I got it all. And I accept it all. So you talking to a Hebrew brother, you talking to a Muslim, you talking to a Rasta, and I'm going to all of them. You talking to all of them. 1 minute, and I know we got to go, but boy, this your hell is good. Let's deal with this thing. Let's deal with this.
All right.
So is Africa...
Look at this.
All right, go ahead.
No, because if you deal with Africa, Africa is a later term. Israel is a later term. You got to deal with Atlantis. You got to deal with Lemuria. You got to deal with Alchemoria. And you got to deal with that. And it lets you know that I'm not apologizing. Oh, shit. Look at this. This is a script coming out of the British Museum of languages that they came backwards. This is a script coming out of the British Museum of ancient languages that when they translated, the history go all the way back to 2.5 billion years old of God's on the planet. Not no damn ape man. They hiding the stuff. They hiding the stuff. Look at this. Look at this. To show you what I'm talking about, listen. Go to 1 Kings 19:16. 1 Kings 19:16 in your Bible. The word Heru becomes the word Jehu. Jehu is the Gnostic word for Heru, which is Christ. It says in there, it says that Elijah, we read, has commanded by God to anoint Jehu as the king over all Israel. That's in 1 Kings verse 19:16. Because we know that, okay, to show you what we talking about, it's all the same. Go to doggone Exodus, chapter 6, verse 24, and it says that you will see the word Assir, Assir, which means Osar. Lazarus, you get the word Lazarus, Osar. Are in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 7, verse 8, verse 22, and chapter 3, verse 17, you'll get the same word, A-S-S-I-R, or you will also get the word O-W-S-I-R, Osar. It's all in the Bible. It's all in the Hebrew script. Torah, Torah. It's still got the Ra in there. The Hebrew and the Egyptian thing is one and the same.
What about the Yah? Like Yahoo.
Yah, Yah. If you take Yah, Yah, and Yah is a language, Yah. Linguistic term, Jah, which means son. Jah, Elijah, Jah. The word Adani, which means Lord. Adani, Atan. The Egyptian word Atan, which means Christ Heru. You get the word from the word Atan, you get the word Adon, and from the word Adon, you get the word Adani. It's just a matter of linguistics. Like I said, it's a matter of linguistics. You see what I'm saying? Aman, Yuel. Eman, Yuel. Emmanuel. Same thing. It's a matter of linguistics. You see what I'm saying? It's a matter of linguistics. You see what I'm saying? It's a matter of linguistics. And so that's what's going on here. And so the thing about it is, what I'm trying to say is the point is with the stuff is, the key what I come for is to take you what you in is your power base, because that's what you know more of. That means that you become a master of that. So the master, your power base is to take the information I give and add it to that so you get a greater understanding of the power base. Not for you to abandon Hebrewism or abandon Islam and all. That's not a thing. We're not sectarians. I'm all of that. I'm the Alpha and the Omega, and I'm more than that stuff. Because they got stuff even more. I didn't even get into the Necronomicon text, which go back to 6, which the reading of this stuff is.
So what is that? What language is that right there?
That's an earlier form of Arabic that was before Muhammad. And this stuff here is dealing with the Sufis and the stuff where it was the Cushite Arabs, which is the Ethiopian Arabs, which is the same Hebrew race.
Right.
Which is the same Egyptian people. And in that, you got a history. This history is the history of Atlantis and Lemuria. They go back 66 billion years ago, where the gods fought on a strip of land called Rayleigh in the South Pacific, which the land was all one particular landmass, and they blew a planet from the Earth, which is the moon now. Same thing in Elijah Muhammad talking about. Crackers got it in the British Museum. And we're up here jiving about some little old damn schoolhouses we in, which is the same. And the crackers got all our stuff looks like it's in the British Museum. You know you got to have a damn court order, and Green Beret to get in the bottom of the British. You get in the bottom of the University of Chicago to read the papyrus, and to get into the Vatican in Rome and read that stuff. And we sitting up here thinking we got it all, and everything is different. And the reason why they lock all that up because they know all this shit is one. They know ain't no such thing as no damn different religion. All that stuff is one. And they keep people confused by thinking that the different languages. You see what I'm saying? A brother from this side of town got his culture, and the brother from this side of town got his culture. You don't look at that brother as a different race. He just got his red wag, and you got your blue. And they got it all, and they got stuff up in the British Museum. They got stuff up in the British Museum on these religions that you will never see. You see what I'm saying? Like that. They talking about why the Hebrews ain't dealing with this? Look at that. That's got alien writing on it. Them the keys of Solomon. Yeah. You see, this is the Enochian symbol. Angelic writing. They can't trace it with nothing but an African tribe. And the crackers, every time they try to use this system, they get cut up, stab wounds, they get catch on fire. The spirits come and just cut them up, burn them up. They come out, they just explode. But we talking about something even on a higher level than just a little old box we in. Don't be in the box.
What book do you have on that?
That's the Keys of Solomon by McGregor Mathers. The Moors brought it up in there. What's that, sister?
What's the name of your of the one creator that you believe in?
Huh?
You said that you believe in one God. What
Yeah, I believe
his name?
What do you call it?
Yah.
I believe that's what mine is. Now what do you call yours? That's what mine is. What do you call yours? Allah? That's what mine is.
Everything.
See, why has it got to be the law to say that I can't believe in all of them?
That's right. Break it
And
down.
who gave us that law? You see what I'm saying? There's many names of gods and all of them are correct.
That's right.
You see, there's many names. All of them correct. In one part of the planet, he's Ibe. Another part of the planet is Allah. Another part of the planet is Abatala. Another part of the planet is Ra. Another part of the planet is Yahweh. Another part of the planet is Adani. The other planet is the Thunderbird. The other part of the planet is Quetzalcoatl. Another part of the planet is Ishtar. Another part of the planet is Kali. Another part of the planet is Kalapan. Ikalapan. Nakumpan. Shung Chang Shan. Yim King. Tai Chin. You talking language. Everybody don't speak the same language. So why the hell is some damn God gotta have the same fucking name all over the goddamn earth?
Yes, hallelujah.
Dog with dog spell better.
So the first thing we say, because that's religion. Religion is man-made. So we gotta get, so the first thing we say is, I'm not speaking about you. I'm not talking to you. You ask a legitimate question. But that's men's religion. Oh, what religion you are? What are you? Are you holiness? Methodist? In some way the Afrocentric or somewhere in the high, that's all you espousing the same thing. Not you, I'm just saying that's the way we have to, that's the way we train to look at things. Do you understand the concept of God? I'm just saying, it's so vast that you can't understand it. And when you label it as one thing, that's when you mess up. Right. That's okay, you got 5 minutes? That's how you expand your mind. By understanding that it's in all. You see what I'm saying? It's chaos. Didn't I show you the pictures of chaos? How can you explain that? Good God Almighty.
The chaos right there.
Wait a minute, look at this. Wait a minute. How the hell am I going to get out of name? Do you know? If I explain at the beginning of the thing that at one time there was not even speech, it was just telepathy.
Yeah.
How can you even call it the name of God? On the gargoyles, the crackers is teaching their children and they're teaching themselves.
Yeah.
The woman said, asked one of the old gargoyles, she said, what's your name? He said, I don't have a name. He said, why would we have to label ourselves? He was like, that. I'm some billion years old. What the hell I gotta label myself? As if to say, even if I pronounce the name that I might be, it's for being a language so remote until you can't even say it with your own pronunciation. When a psychic sister called me and Melchizedek came through him, Melchizedek, I said, what's one of the original names of God? He said that the earth vibration is so low until I can't even pronounce it. We met up with an entity named Henry. And I say, Henry, and I said, damn Henry now. I can't go back to the people with that damn name Henry. I said, they gonna think I'm lying. You gotta give me something better than that. He said, you can't pronounce my name. I said, well, try to spell it. And he gave me a name about this long with spelling that the English language doesn't have enough vowels and enough consonants to even explain. Then he came back, so he was so great, he came back about 2 months later and gave me one of his names in Egypt, Atadnetu Unra. But he was saying my real name ain't even that. And don't label me with no time past, because there's no such thing as time and space. There's no such thing as time and space. That's only relative to the carnal mind or the physical mind on what you got in your box. You say, I'm greater than that. I'm from billions and billions and millions. I am. I'm like light seeping through a crack. You can't just call me this whitish bulb. Shit, I got 5 or 6 holes I'm coming through. I got 1 million. You see what I'm saying? And one of the slang terms that came out, and I knew the brother channeled it. He said it's all good. That's what damn Snoop Doggy said. It's all good. He told the cracker. He was on the TV. The cracker wanted to say, "Oh, it's all good." Cracker was like, "I can't get it." Cracker was like, "Well, man, you done messed me up." He said, "No, it's all good." You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is that's what we talking about. We talking about going on a higher level than the labels. And in Tibet, they say 400 schools, same cause. But the ancient man know that. You see, the higher man know that. Everybody on up from the pyramid. So you got a pyramid shape. And the ones down here, they deal with all kind of labels and all kind of definitions. At the apex of the capstone of this pyramid, they can't fathom enough of that. There's no... Just the concept of God, it is. And this is not philosophy, this is the way it is on the chaos field. Do you know they took a picture of the black man's brain and it looked like a miniature universe. That's what the Kabbalah said. That's what the ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead said. The universe is in the inside of your head. And you just reflecting outwards. You just reflect out. Now, I got to get one more question, and then we're going. Okay, that's it.
Well, you think it'd be better, too, because I was telling you something, too, about, like, Burgess and Finch and Massive.
Yeah.
They all get into the language, because it seems like everybody gets tied up on the language thing, saying,
Right.
well, why ain't like this, or it was said like this, when if you trace it back for...
Especially Massive's Book of the Beginning, Volume 1 and 2, especially Volume 2. Volume 1 go into the language where they even trace all that stuff into Scotland and all that kind of stuff. But his book, too, Gerald Mass's book, one of the better books I get on Hebrewism, as far as the real stuff to tie it in with the Egyptian thing in the same linguistic term, because he dealt with typology, is his Book of the Beginning. He showed you all that, and it's the same stuff. It's the same thing. You're talking about, see, the thing about it is I don't understand why we talk about one race of people, the original race of people. You understand what I'm saying? We got one race of people, and we can't think that the concept of the brother and sister in West Africa couldn't have the same mythology as the brother in East Africa and the brother in what you call ancient Arabia. I can't understand that, and that's what's all about. I can't understand that, but you know what that is? That's ego. Ego separates. That's called a god of confusion.
Well, we gotta go.
Okay then.
We gotta go.
Well, we out of here.
Hey, we appreciate it.